In these parts of Israel, at least, they still call him King Bibi, the big beast of Israeli politics, in a brief stage-managed appearance at a market in Tel Aviv. Likud loyalists all around.
The country have big prosperity all the time.
Prosperity, yeah?
Prosperity, yes. We have security also. We feel safe.
It's a line repeated over and over by Netanyahu's campaign. Stick with Mr. Security. Don't risk shopping around for anyone else. But even some of his most fervent loyalists admit King Bibi's crown could be slipping. Israel's Attorney General recently indicted the Prime Minister on corruption charges, and he's likely to soon face prosecution. Their charges he denies.
It's really changing.
As the pressure grows, this week Israel's top investigative reporter, Raviv Drucker, made new allegations about another corrupt deal involving Mr. Netanyahu. So this election is not just about him being re-elected, it's about stopping him going to jail.
Absolutely. This is, for him, it's not just being in power, but it's almost life or death sentence for him.
It's freedom.
Yeah,
Personal.
if he loses the election, if he's stop being prime minister, he might lose his freedom. Not immediately, but after a year or 2 or 3 years, yeah.
Mr. Netanyahu is hoping his international friends will help. This week, a photo op with Brazil's populist far-right president, Bolsonaro.
But we're like an old tree with deep roots that keeps on sending branches to the sky.
The sort of blossoming bromance that goes down well with Israel's right. But don't dare ask any difficult questions.
Mr. Netanyahu, you seem troubled by your legal problems. Are you worried you're going to jail?
And from another bromance, President Trump has handed Mr. Netanyahu an election gift. The United States recognizing Israel's sovereignty here in the Golan Heights, on land seized from Syria in 1967. The locals are thrilled.
The Golan has become some kind of an icon for Israeli integrity. So whoever is supporting the Golan, who is bringing this issue, he's gaining support from the public. So it might be, it might help.
It helps him in the election.
Yeah.
But for this group of trainee tour guides, a very mixed response. Many here favor Netanyahu's election rival, Benny Gantz.
So who's here is going to vote Gantz? Who's going to vote for Bibi? Gantz?
I'm Bibi.
Gantz?
Gantz.
Gantz? Who's voting Bibi?
Bibi. Nobody here, Bibi.
No one?
I'm voting for Bibi.
You're voting for Bibi?
Yes.
Who are you voting for?
Gantz.
You like Gantz?
I think it's our only choice. This is the only opportunity for us to, to move on.
Gantz's campaign videos seem to be offering Israelis more of the same. Trying to outmuscle Netanyahu, they boast about how he killed Palestinian enemies and decimated Gaza as head of the defense force. Here was Gantz this week at a get-to-know-you event for English-speaking Israelis.
Alongside with security that we understand that we must keep.
More reassuring talk about security, but other issues too.
We must promote education first and foremost.
The audience seemed ambivalent.
We don't necessarily know a lot about him, but we get a lot of pressure from friends and family because we're told he's the best chance to get rid of Bibi.
With that a real prospect, Gantz has been targeted in a smear campaign. Videos like this, suggesting he's mentally unstable, have gone viral, pushed by pro-Netanyahu bots and social media users.
The people who want these social media issues are tweeting about it.
Tweeting what?
Tweeting about his psychological situation and that he's maybe not stable, that he's collapsing. All kinds of this dirty innuendo trying to put a pressure on him to back off.
In another sign Netanyahu is taking no chances, he's stirred outrage by forging an electoral pact with ultranationalist extremists. Candidate Itamar Ben-Gvir is from Jewish Power, ideological successor to a banned terrorist group. He favors deporting what he calls disloyal Palestinians.
מי שלא רוצה לחיות כאן בשלווה, ומי שלא מבין שזו ארצו של העם היהודי, לא צריך להיות פה.
We got that far, so...
Sama Saleme feels she's in the sights of Mr. Netanyahu and his Jewish Power allies. She describes herself as a Palestinian citizen of Israel, and she's afraid.
We as a Palestinians, inside the Israeli society, we fear, we have this sense of fear and threat because we are the easy target. I am the enemy for, from his point of view, my vote is the real threat, and I'm the enemy of the Jewish democracy.
As this intense campaign reaches its climax, many fear Mr. Netanyahu is pushing Israel down a dangerous path in a relentless quest for power and the shield it brings.
Mr. Netanyahu, are you going to jail?
The answer to that question might depend ultimately on whether he will win or lose.